Another customization option that you can add to your Gantt chart is the ability to add drawn objects to it. So if we take our bedroom 2014 and ensure that we are looking at one of the copied Gantt charts, or Guy's Gantt chart or Guy's tracking Gantt, to these Gannts we can add drawings. Now the drawings are added through the Gantt chart tools format. And at the right hand side here you can see drawings, and it has an option for various pre-built shapes, so an arc, an oval, a rectangle or a polygon, a line or a text box. I might want to add an arrow to my Gantt chart, so I can select, then click and drag to point to a particular task, and then possibly add a text box so that I can type some extra information in. This task is vital. Now once you've added any kind of drawing objects, you can then format them to some degree by a right click and properties. So here's our drawing box. We could fill it in a solid color, so about light green. We can change the line that goes around it so it's much thicker. You can see in the preview what that's going to look like. And then there's a size and position option, and it has here the option to attach to the timescale. So it will stay where it is if all the tasks move along, or we can attach it to a task. So if that task moves, then our text box moves along. That would be more appropriate. So attach to task. Well, I've pointed it to that one, which is number 10. So we put a number 10 there. And then OK. So you can see it's then going to stick itself here. The arrow as well needs to be attached to that task. Right click, properties, size and position, attach to task 10. OK. And you can see that moves itself down. What we really need to do is get the end pointing on there. So a little bit of adjustment is required. We need to define the attachment point. Now the easiest way to do that is actually to cancel this, move the arrow back to where you want it to be, then visit the properties and define the attachment point, and it will pick up the exact location that it's at. So its size and then its attachment to the object. Same with our rectangle there, our text box. Move it to where we want it, properties, pick the attachment point, and it will then stick at that point. Now, there are plenty of drawing shapes to choose from. We could add an arc. We can add an oval. All can be added to your Gantt chart anywhere you see fit. Rectangle. Now with an object selected, you can see we can access the properties through here, or we can cycle through the fill color, and what happens there is it changes to the next fill color in the template. So if we go there, gone like a maroon color, gone like a green color, gone like an olive color, blue color, purple color, and we'll just keep on going round. We can even choose edit points. You can choose to edit points, and that's turned on. But with a drawn standard shape like the rectangle or the oval, that just effectively resizes it. If we'd created our own polygon, which you do by selecting the polygon option, then click, drag, click, drag, click, drag, click, drag, click, drag. And you can see each click is just putting another point down. So I get back to the beginning, and that becomes a solid shape. Then with edit points selected, I can actually move the points around to try and create the shape that I want. And if you're very clever at this, you'd be able to create corporate logos or reminiscence of corporate logos anyway. Now, once you've drawn quite a few shapes, you may want them to interact. So if I want to move this shape, I just keep away from the points so that I get a four-headed arrow. Make sure you're in the right place. Got him. And I can move him up there. And you can see that he's over the top of that rectangle. Or we can change that about by saying send to back. And then you'll see that when you click on, you're actually moving the item behind. So I move that down a bit, select our crazy shape and say bring to front. Then when I click on, it moves crazy shape and not the rectangle behind. So you're deciding effectively at which level you want to grab objects. Should you wish to remove any because you've gone a bit too crazy with your drawing, you simply select, as we've done there with a single click, and delete on the keyboard, and it's gone. Same with our rectangle, and it's gone. Our little arc, delete, and it's gone. Our oval, make sure you click on it, and delete, and it's gone. So those are extra options for customizing a Gantt chart by adding in these extra little drawing options. All on the Gantt chart tools format, drawing list, and you can see the various shape options that you have. They will only exist on the current Gantt chart view, but they will print. If I go to print preview, I'll see my little "this task is vital" on the Gantt chart print